The year is 220 AD. The Han dynasty, once a beacon of unity and prosperity, has crumbled. Warlords clash for dominance, their banners a kaleidoscope of ambition and betrayal. Blood soaks the land, a grim testament to a kingdom divided. From the ashes of the old empire rise three kingdoms, Wei, Shu and Wu, each vying for supremacy, each a player in a deadly game of strategy and might. In the north, the kingdom of Wei flexes its military muscle, a hungry wolf eyeing its prey. Its young emperor, Cao Pi, sits upon a throne built on conquest, his gaze cold, his ambition boundless. But even a wolf, they say, is vulnerable to the shadows that lurk within its own pack. To the south, the riverlands tremble under the weight of Wu's naval dominance. Sun Quan, the kingdom's ruler, commands the seas with an iron grip. Cunning and ruthless, he waits for the opportune moment to strike, a crocodile biding its time. Caught between these two titans lies the kingdom of Shu, a bastion of hope in a land consumed by darkness. Its leader, the benevolent Liu Bei, clings to the ideals of the fallen Han, a beacon of virtue in a world drowning in vice. Yet even virtue, history has proven time and again, can be a double-edged sword.
Cao Pi, the Tiger of the North, was a ruler of contradictions. He was a poet and a warrior, a patron of the arts and a ruthless conqueror. His court was a tapestry of elegance and brutality, a stage where scholars debated philosophy while generals plotted campaigns of annihilation. His methods were often questioned, his motives shrouded in an enigma that both fascinated and terrified his subjects. Fear was his currency, whispered rumors his weapon. He was a master of manipulation, a puppeteer who controlled the destiny of men with invisible strings. Behind his cold, calculating gaze lay a mind that never rested, a mind that saw threats in every shadow, betrayal in every smile.
One man stood at the heart of Cao Pi's reign, a general whose loyalty was as unquestioned as his tactical brilliance. Sima Yi, the silent dragon, was a man of few words but boundless ambition. He served Cao Pi with unwavering dedication, yet beneath the surface of his loyalty a storm brewed. He saw the flaws in his king, the cracks in the foundation of his rule. The Tiger of the North was strong, but even the strongest tiger could be brought down by a patient hunter. Sima Yi waited, his eyes fixed on the horizon, planning for the day when he would seize the reins of power. While the empire trembled under Cao Pi's iron fist, a small group of loyalists dared to dream of a different future. Hidden within the palace walls, General Yue Jin, a seasoned warrior scarred by countless battles, plotted the emperor's downfall. His loyalty lay with the memory of the Han dynasty, a loyalty that burned brighter than any fear Cao Pi could instill. Yue Jin understood the dangers of open rebellion. Cao Pi's network of spies was vast, his reach absolute. One wrong move, one whispered word could spell doom for the rebellion and death for its conspirators. Secrecy was paramount, their plans veiled in layers of code and clandestine meetings. Under the cover of darkness, messages were smuggled out of the palace, carried by loyal messengers who risked their lives with every step. Support for the rebellion grew slowly like a wildfire smoldering beneath a blanket of ash. Each new recruit brought them closer to their goal, but also increased the risk of discovery. Yue Jin knew time was not on their side. Cao Pi was planning a massive campaign against the southern kingdoms, a campaign that, if successful, would solidify his rule and crush any hope of restoring the Han dynasty. The rebellion had to strike before the Tiger of the North could unleash his full might.
The women of Cao Pi's court were as diverse as the flowers in the imperial garden. There was Lady Zhen, the emperor's consort, known for her beauty and grace, yet trapped in a gilded cage of her husband's making. Her heart ached for the fallen Han, her lineage a silent rebellion against the man she was bound to.
Then there was Guo Nuang, Cao Pi's most trusted advisor. Her sharp mind feared and respected in equal measure. She navigated the treacherous currents of court politics with unmatched skill, her loyalty to Cao Pi absolute, her methods as ruthless as his own.
But beneath the surface of silk and obedience simmered a hidden strength. These women, bound by circumstance and tradition, were not mere pawns in the game of power. Lady Zhen, using her position, became a silent benefactor to the rebellion, smuggling messages and supplies under the very nose of the emperor.
Guo Nuang, privy to the Emperor's most guarded secrets, subtly manipulated events, sowing discord among his ranks, her sharp mind a weapon against the tyranny she served. In their own ways, the women of the court fought back, their rebellion a delicate dance of shadows and whispers.
Outside the palace walls, in the teeming streets of the capital, lived a man known only as the Lord of all the world. A beggar by circumstance, a philosopher by nature, he wandered the city, observing the ebb and flow of life with a detached amusement. People dismissed him as mad, his ramblings the incoherent mutterings of a broken mind. They called him mad, yet listened intently when he spoke.
He spoke of unity and prosperity, of a world free from conflict and suffering. He spoke of a chosen one, a leader who would rise from the ashes of the old world and usher in a new era of peace. His words, carried on the wind, found their way into the hearts of the downtrodden, the forgotten, the souls yearning for change.
Unbeknownst to all, the Lord of all the world was no ordinary beggar. He was a master strategist, a former scholar who had chosen to abandon the gilded cage of court life for the freedom of the streets. He saw the potential in the chaos, the opportunity for a new beginning. And he saw in the heart of a young, ambitious general the makings of a true leader.
The Lord of all the world became the silent architect of the rebellion, his wisdom guiding their every move. He was the unseen hand that moved the pieces on the board, orchestrating a symphony of chaos that would culminate in the final confrontation.